Day 74 in a year of living the Warrior's Way. And I fucked up yesterday and did day 75 and forgot about day 74. So here we are in reverse. Anyway, yesterday I was talking about the power of incantations to eradicate beliefs that we have. And I'm going to expand a little bit more on that and set a little challenge for you. So the difficulty is, every fucking day we go to war with our mind, with what's going on in our mind. And that war is fought over multiple flanks. Sometimes that war is this way, where you're fighting against your spouse. Sometimes it's this way, where you're fighting against your past. Sometimes it's this way, where you're fighting against your boss or your business. Sometimes it's this way going forward, where you're fighting a battle of changing who you are and who you want to be. And it could be you're fighting a war against fitness, you're fighting a war against an eating disorder, could be against alcohol, another addiction. It could be any war that is going on, but it's within our mind. Now, the interesting thing is that we create, what I've learned from this is we create our reality when we control what is in our mind and what is in our heart. We create that fucking reality. Now, it doesn't just manifest instantly. These fucking people watch The Secret and there's shit like that and they go, oh, I want a new bike, oh, I want a new bike, I want a new bike, I want a new bike. Bingo, a new bike gets delivered. That doesn't fucking happen at all. Not at all. Not ever. The thing that you could do is you could say, I want a parking space that is free in the parking area where I know there's only 10 spaces. And I've done this with my children. You dream about it. This is going to happen. We're driving there and I'm with absolute certainty. And that's where things tend to come from. You have to have absolute certainty. And once you've got absolute certainty that it will happen, it will happen. I'm going to give you a little metaphor, as I like to use metaphors and stories. I was watching a clip recently of Kevin Costner. He was in a golf movie with Cheech Marin, who was his caddy. Cheech and Chong. Cheech is a really cool guy, and I like Cheech a lot. Anyway, Costner comes to this particular hole in the US Open where he's got to whack this ball over the water onto this glass green where most of the balls run off and go into the water. And he's just behind the leader. And all he needs to do is get this ball over this water onto the green, putt it out, and he gets into the playoff. And he takes his ball and he puts it down and whoosh, and then slows it down in motion. Oh my God, it's there, he says. Oh my God, it's cleared the water. And you see the ball and it's spinning in the air and everything. And the crowd are like, ah. And the commentators are going, he's hit that well. That's a beautiful shot. Obviously, I'm paraphrasing. And what happens? The ball lands. Poof! Everyone goes wild. Woo! And then the ball starts to trickle and gather momentum and gets faster and faster. And plop! Into the water it goes. And his caddy says to him, as well as the commentators, oh well, there we go. It was good, it was a dream, he was certain he could do it. It was a great shot. All he has to do now is take a drop and move on. But Costner, being Costner in this film, with his absolute certainty, I can make that shot. Another ball, please. Caddy goes, you're fucking stupid. What the fuck are you doing? Another ball, please. Don't fucking question me. Another ball. Drops the ball, hits the shot. Straight into the water. Fuck, he says. Another ball, please. Takes the ball, drops it, whoosh, hits the green, again, straight down into the water. Another ball, please. You're getting what happens? He keeps repeating it. But in his mind, he is 100% certain. And he actually says in the movie, I can make this shot. Now, against all of the odds, nothing mattered. The fact that he wasn't going into the playoffs, the fact that his score was getting worse and worse and worse, the fact that people were laughing at him, the fact that he was sowing seeds of doubt, the fact that his caddy, his great friend, who was there for him, taking the balls out, trying to talk him out of it, saying, look, just take the fucking drop. All the commentators are saying, no, what are you doing? What the hell is he doing? This is embarrassing. This guy's stupid. And then Cheech Marin comes up to him and he goes, it's the last fucking ball. You don't make this shot this time, that's it. You're disqualified. You're out. You get nothing. Everything is going to be pointless. And he just stops and he goes, I can make this shot. Cheech Marin goes, well, stop fucking around and just do it. Drops the ball. The sound is beautiful. Up it goes. The crowd are all watching, looking for the ball. The commentators are saying, oh my God, he's hit that well. He's hit that well. What happens? The ball's still spinning in the air. Costner's looking. Absolute certainty. He hasn't moved. He knows in his heart he can make this shot. All he's trying to do is get it on the green. And he's played everything. He's put everything in to this one shot. And what happens? The ball lands on the green. Crowd go wild. The ball, instead of slowly sliding back to the water, creeps forward, creeps forward, creeps forward. Wah! Straight into the hole. Costner goes crazy, the caddy goes crazy, the crowd go crazy, everybody goes crazy. And he did it because he had absolute certainty in his ability to do that shot. Now that is honed through years of practice. But the interesting thing is, we can do those years of practice in a much shorter, sustained period of time. And I'll give you the incidents of this and why I now know about this. Tony Robbins, when he was talking in this particular seminar clip that I was talking about, he said in a particular scientific place they were using monkeys to experiment, as they do. So they did a simple experiment with the monkeys. They tied down 4 of their fingers in their paws and they left one up. And all the monkey had to do was go like this. And they were trying to see if they could get the monkey to do this 10,000 times, which is, you know, another book that's been written where it talks about the 10,000 repetitions. And what happened was they discovered that it was only after about 50 to 100 times that the neurons had been rewired within the monkey and that he could do this, no problem. So they thought, well, I wonder, can humans do this? And what Tony Robbins was saying is that once you've established a new belief, once you've swept the legs on the old belief, then you have to create different things that add structure to the new belief. Now, let's say it is an impossible dream and you don't have any evidence of it. You can create the evidence in your mind. You can create a mind movie to give you that certainty that you already are. You only have to look at David Goggins when he was watching the Navy SEALs movie and he had to lose something ridiculous like 160 pounds in order to get into the Ranger training and then the Bud Suite. And everybody said to me, oh fuck, you've got no fucking chance. But with him, in his mind, he had absolute certainty. And he lost all that weight, a ridiculous amount of weight in something like 3 months. 160 fucking pound, half his body weight. Many people would have said that is impossible. I would say it's impossible. Goggins, who was a big fat piece of shit at the time, by his own admission, decided and chose to believe in himself and what he could do and what he hallucinated he could become. And he started taking action there and then, every single fucking day. He said he went out for the first time on a run. He was going to run, I think it was 3 miles. He was going to do this. And 1/4 of a mile down the road, he's doubled up, he's in the shit, he feels like crap and he cannot do it. He can't continue. And he walks home dejected. But in his mind, no, fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you, motherfucker. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And so he goes out a little bit more the next day, a little bit more the next day. Keeps taking action, keeps taking action. Does what a Navy SEAL should do. He takes the action that a person who wants to lose 160 pounds does. So he stops eating the shit, stops drinking the shit, starts eating properly, stops, thinking badly. He changes his ego into this alter ego of Goggins. Now, Goggins didn't exist then. He wasn't the baddest motherfucker on earth. He was still a big, fat, cockroach-killing piece of shit. But he changed within himself. He established this certainty by changing in his mind, changing in his heart, and constant repetition. So with these incantations that I'm going to be starting doing, I'm going to do that every fucking day, because when I go out with the dog, I always do these shares with you, unless I fuck it up, like yesterday when I was out doing my own sport and having fun, and I didn't get the chance to share until later in the evening, and that's fine. But every single day, as well as doing these videos, as well as checking in with another group that I'm on, where I do a live share every day, I'm going to be doing these incantations to myself. I'm going to establish exactly what I want. I'm going to forget what I don't want. And in some things, don't have a fucking clue what I want. Do not have a clue. But if it can be just the opposite of what I've got at the moment, then that's good. Now, in some of the videos I've shared that I want to earn £100,000 in my pocket. I want to have earned that, or made that, or sold that, but in profit by the end of May. I'm fucking running out of time. I've got to get this shit going. I've got to constantly reinforce and own that shit. I've got to have that. I've got to see it. I've got to believe it. You see, if you don't believe it, if you don't see it, if you don't feel it in your heart, whether it's changing something, whether it's removing something, whether it's achieving something, you have to at least have the tiniest bit of belief that you can do it. If there's that tiny bit of belief, you can stack actions onto it. You can start taking more action. Every day, just a little bit more, just a little bit more, a little bit more. Go a little bit further, believe a little bit more. And then as you exercise that belief muscle, and as you reinforce it with these incantations that have to be said with emotion, I will earn £100,000 this year. I will earn £100,000 this year. I will earn £100,000 this year. I am lovable. I am lovable. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. I, Kevin, am enough. If you do that, it gets a different thing. It creates the emotion. It creates the tingles. And I used to do this when I used to train people in running. I used to train myself. All I need is within me now. At the shit parts of the races. Smile, a big fucking smile. Thank you. I am happy. I am in this fucking field, feeling amazing. The sun is shining, and I will be doing this whether it's in the fucking rain, or the sun, or the sleet, or the snow, or whatever. Because I have to win this fucking war within me. Otherwise, what's the fucking point? What is the fucking point? Every day, I'm going to be going to war. You can join me. Try this little thing. Write down the lines. That's what I was doing initially. Then I was saying the lines as I was writing them. Then I've learned now about how to get rid of the disempowering beliefs. I'm going to be doing that. I've got a big fucking long list of these shit things that I have to do. I'm going to be doing it. Every single day I've got to get rid of these beliefs. But I've got to do it with emotion. And I've got to do it with certainty. And I've got to believe that I can get there. And I've got to believe that I'm fucking lovable. Because no one going to fucking love me if I don't love myself. Because if I don't love myself, why the fuck would anyone love me? Why? If I don't love myself, why? No one will. Because I'm going to have this big barrier up saying, fuck you. Don't you come near me. I don't want your fucking love. That's what's going to happen. And that's what's happened so many times in the past. I've gone in, I've bullshitted my way in to women's hearts. I've gone in, I've had this bravado, this personality, this exuberance, because I've wanted to be loved. But then what happens is that needy, fucking, clingy, fucking, desperate little cunt shit, pathetic little boy within inside me that was rejected so many times. He's desperate for his love. He's desperate for someone to say, it's okay, don't worry, I love you. So I have to parent that little boy. That is me. And I have to say, it's okay. We'll get there. Don't worry. You're not a little cunt. You're not a little shit. You're not a little bastard. All of those things that were told to me. I need to parent myself. I need to love myself. And that starts with daily work. Every single day. Reinforcing it. Pushing it through. Doing videos like this to remind me, to get me to see what I need to do. Not for you, not for anyone else, not for recognition. I shared this with my partner 2 days ago. Not to show her, not to say I'm fucking great, but almost as a way of just stopping and saying, look, you might think I'm not working. You might think I'm not doing the work. You might think and hallucinate that I don't want to change. But I fucking do. I've been writing these lines since April. I've eliminated the news since April. I've stopped any negativity coming into my mind since April. I've been doing these fucking videos for 75 days now. What are we there? 8th or 9th of August, something like that. You know, and these videos that people said, oh, don't put that shit on social media. That shit will come back and haunt you. Those motherfuckers will take advantage of you. What if an employer saw you swearing and being a fucker? What if they think you're a fucking lunatic? Yeah? Well, we're all fucking lunatics in one way or another. We're all fucked up in one way or another. We all have a fucking war going on in our minds in one way or another. And anyone that says they're not, anyone that says they're not fucked up, they're a fucking liar. There you go. So endeth. So endeth the talk today. What is it? 16 and a half minutes. Fucking hell. That's a good use of my time and of my life. And I sincerely hope that someone gets something out of it, because I know I sure have. And that's the important thing, is that I get something out of it. Cheers.